I'm so full. I only had like 3 ribs and I'm like, I need a nap. Make sure and get a really nice dip. No double dips.
So how did we start this?
Doing these courses.
Yeah.
You came to one of my Weber courses.
And I saw you doing a bit of like barbecue teaching. I thought, well, I could fucking do it better than that. So we thought, well, why don't we team together? You know, we've got the authentic American pitmaster, and then we've got the head chef.
Ketchup master.
Okay, join forces. The idea was basically we want to do these barbecue classes that are accessible to kind of anyone, regardless of your level or experience in barbecue.
I don't know, sort of intimidating to go on some of the courses. People have been cooking over fires for flipping centuries, and anyone can do it. It's just about giving people the confidence and the guts to give it a go.
I think the other thing that's fun about the courses is that we have big groups of people. I think sometimes at the start it can be a bit intimidating, but we always get people pushing them out of their comfort zone. So, you know, we're getting them slamming like the massive rumps over the flames.
Yeah,
you know,
the wheel of death.
They're chopping the ribs, they're slicing the steaks, you know, they're doing it all.
Trying to get as many people grilling as possible and taking the elitism out of barbecue.
Yeah, making barbecue more accessible.
Yeah.
The thing is as well, because we both barbecue all the time, the way that we teach it is not necessarily, you know, it has to be this, it has to be this. It's all about that person's like, you know, how they like their steak done. We can help you get the results that you actually want, not just like what we're saying. Oh, you know, some people love their steak, you know, completely rare, and they're welcome to that. We can show them different ways. And also that our course is trying to cover every aspect of it. So whether it's charcoal, gas, or pellet smoke, we can kind of show
We don't have any gas.
Oh yeah, we don't have gas. But if they've got gas, we can convert them onto some charcoal.
And also, like, I know it wasn't necessarily the case today, but we do also try to use slightly more economical cuts and stuff that makes use out of what you can get in the UK.
Yeah.
So even though today we're doing briskets, personally I think in the UK, beef ribs, much more consistent, a lot cheaper and a lot more accessible for most people. Most village butchers, you can get a Jacob's ladder for 30 to 40 quid. Even less if you get smaller ones. Whereas if you go for that brisket, you're looking at like 80 to 100 pounds for something quality. And you know, there's loads of great produce and things that people can make use of in the UK. But just because you have all these like big influencers from the States and stuff kind of telling you like how it has to be done, I think the UK has a lot of space to make their own barbecue identity around it, and hopefully we're inspiring people to do that.
I think so, because I think the things that we show them on the courses, they can take that and actually cook at home.
Yeah.
It's just not like, yeah, we cover briskets and we get really nice UK briskets. It's not something completely unachievable. We're not importing like grain-fed, you know, briskets that's going to yield those American results. We're doing like a barbecue course that, you know, average Joe can actually access those ingredients and make the same thing in their garden and press their mates
on a
stuff.
kettle style barbecue, which is like one of the cheapest, most consistent grills you can get.
But our favorite though, because you can do everything on them. And I think that's when people come, you know, we have got lots of different barbecues, but a lot of it centers around the Weber Master Touch, doesn't it?
And you know, I think that rump was about £12 a kilo versus cut a ribeye, which is significantly more than that.
Another thing that's fun with our courses is we've been doing it with the same guys now for a long time. So we've got our team, we got Dan Peaty.
Yeah, no,
you
I
know,
mean,
he holds it down. He's like slamming it on the grills. We've got PJ and Tom and Alex. And so it's quite nice because we're all so busy. So when we come together to do the barbecue course, it's like a fun thing.
I really
We
look
get
forward
mess
to it
around.
because I don't get to hang out with you guys very often.
Yeah.
And coming in, spending a day cooking loads of awesome food with my mates is like, you know,
And we get to
how much better could it be?
We get to get really good meat and just eat it.
Yeah.
We cook it and eat it.
Stuff I would never buy at home for
We
myself.
get these lots come and cook our meat for us, and then we get to eat it at the end.
Yeah, we do also change it year on year, which
Yeah.
I think sort of helps encourage people to come back because, you know, maybe they came last summer and they know that it's not going to be the exact same thing again this time.
Yes,
around,
that's
which
true.
is good for us because keeps us on our toes and trying to think about fresh recipes all the time. So.
You know, part of our plan was to take Tubby's barbecue on a bit of a road trip, wasn't
Yeah.
it? So it'd be good to go and, you know, do a barbecue course in different parts of the country.
Yeah, if we did like maybe 2 weeks.
Yeah, do a little tour.
Yeah.
So you guys have got to let us know where you want Tubby's barbecue classes to be, and we'll come to you guys.
Yeah.
This is Meaty Dan Peaty. He's the expert in everything fuels and barbecue and technical and building and all the models. He is an undercover Weber guy. I don't know if you can tell. Any questions you can ask him. We've got Tom and Alex back here. Again, they're helpers today. They're going to be running things in and out. So if when we're getting you guys to do recipes or anything, and you need questions, feel free to ask them. And then we're lucky to have Duncan with today.
Oh yeah.
Hello there.
Brothers of the Grill. He's got a really sick YouTube channel.
Try.
Go ahead and give him a follow and watch his videos. He does lots of cool tutorials and stuff. And his brother's over there behind. Before we get started, is there anybody who's not comfortable being on camera today?
Is there anyone that shouldn't be here?
It's called a French dip, where you have like a baguette. It's got some Emmental cheese, some onions, some medium rare roast beef, and then you dip the whole sandwich in like this red wine gravy. It's really nice.
But this, for me, it's not too hot. It's got ghost chili in
You
it.
hear Nashville hot and you think it's going to be like blow your head off, but it's got great flavor to it.
Jack's going to come around and rub you. You've got to massage your own meat. So that's ready to go. I need a seasoning person for this side that's got dry hand. Rub your own meat, but he's going to sprinkle it for you. Okay, guys? And just go liberally on both sides. What you want to do is create quite an even layer on both sides. Yeah, a little bit more just on the top there. And then flip them. Same on that side. And then afterwards, just... Yeah?
Don't forget those sides.
Yeah, look at that. We use a beetroot powder in this. We have a lot of it. It's quite earthy tasting, but the reason we use it is actually for a natural kind of colouring.
So basically when you cook with the membrane on, it doesn't really render out. It stays like a sheet of cling film
looking
almost
great.
on the bottom. So it can help keep the ribs juicier, but it's not really a nice texture to bite through. Sometimes people just slash it. Yeah.
Squealer,
Yeah.
all of these ones. Okay.
There's ones in the middle. Bang them in. Nice. Hang on a sec. What'd you say? Right here, mate.
There's baskets there if you want anything. Just there. Help yourself to anything, and then I'll
On
grab
the
the
house.
card machine.
And some Wake the Dead seasoning, and then 3 different beans. There's pinto, flageolet, and black beans in there. Oh, and kidney beans.
Just direct.
Yeah, I had it on direct, quite a distance from the coal, cooking at about 160 degrees for the entirety of the time you guys were in there. So it wasn't messes. You're welcome.
Oh, no, I haven't. Sorry. This is one of PJ's. Wow. No, what's happened to that?
Nah.
Anything else, mate? You good?
I think we're good. Make way, Shane's coming through with dessert.
I love this song. Way out yonder on the Chattahoochee. Cool. Nice one.
Hey.